Good morning to all of you. You have chosen the single market, a central debate topic today. That is very good. Our single market is more than a continental marketplace. It is a cornerstone of who we are as Europeans. It binds our citizens, our businesses, our values together. The free movement of goods, of services, capital, and people has delivered for decades of growth, jobs, and opportunities. It has created better choices for consumers, larger markets for businesses, and higher standards across our union. And the single market remains our most effective tool, not only for prosperity, but also for strategic influence, because with 450 million people and a market of 18 trillion euros, Europe has the power to set global standards. But, and this is the reason why we're debating here today, at times of restless technological change, climate urgency, geopolitical competition, just preserving the single market as we know it is not enough. It can only remain fit for purpose if we modernize it, we complete it, and we adapt it to the challenges of today. So today, I want to focus on 6 points. My first point is we must finish what we started. We must remove the barriers that still persist in our single market. At the European level, we are addressing this, for example, with the Terrible 10 proposal or with EU Inc., a single set of rules that applies all across Europe. And at the national level, we have to crack down on gold plating across the Union. We must make it easier to scale up across Europe. This is the basic promise of the single market, and it must be fulfilled. My second point is the single market must be digital by design. And the next phase of innovation will be defined by how digital capabilities are applied in the real world. Technologies like AI must be connected to the physical systems they are meant to improve. Now, the good news is Europe has a good starting point. We have global industrial leaders, we have a growing startup and scale-up scene, we have scientific excellence, we have a highly skilled workforce. What we need now is to create an environment that stimulates the demand for European digital solutions here at home. Then we need projects of strategic importance that are backed by credible business cases, and we need new tech champions in Europe. Now, we have taken important first steps already in this direction. 3 years ago, we launched the CHIPS Act. Since then, it has unlocked more than 32 billion euros of semiconductor investment across Europe. We must build on that success, and this is why we will present the CHIPS Act 2.0 to strengthen Europe's role in the semiconductor value chain. We will also bring forward a Cloud and AI Development Act to support the growth of a strong AI ecosystem. And in summer, we will open the call for the first AI gigafactories. So the aim is to turn the scale of the single market into an asset in the AI race. My third point is sustainability must be baked into our market rules. We have our climate objectives, we have our circular objectives. They require a single market that incentivizes clean innovation and that, of course, eliminates barriers to trade in low-carbon goods and services. That is why, with Industrial Accelerator Act, we are creating leader markets for clean products across our union. These are basically the industries of the future. So we have to leverage our single market to create scale for exactly those industries of the future. My fourth point is about European independence. You know, we're working hard on Europe's independence, and the single market must help bring this to life. Since the pandemic, our companies have faced a long series of supply chain disruptions. Our single market can help. We must continue to leverage the scale to conclude, for example, new trade deals. This year we have concluded India, Australia, Mercosur, Switzerland. Later today I will head to Mexico, where we will finalize our modernized global agreement, and Mexico is a key supplier for critical raw materials. And we can do more. The single market, for example, can also facilitate the coordination of strategic investments and aggregate demand. Let me take, for example, the energy field. As you know, we proposed Resource EU and create a new critical raw materials center. Or if you take the grids, the backbone of our energy system, we have one of the most extensive electricity networks in the world. But we need more coordination. So that is the grids package that is now on your table. And in a few weeks, we will come with an electrification action plan. All of this is to build a stronger single market for a more independent Europe. My fifth point is on inclusion. Inclusion matters. The benefits of the single market must reach every region, every citizen. Skilled workers must be able to move where their talent is needed, even if that's on the other side of the hopefully non-existing internal borders. That is why we're putting together a fair labor mobility package. We're introducing the European Social Security Pass. We're digitalizing the recognition of professional qualifications, finally, I must say. And we're strengthening the European Labour Authority to better enforce our fair mobility rules. I want to call on this House to take the next step. Please adopt the e-declaration. The logic is very simple. We have one Europe, we have one portal, we have one form. It's ready, so please let it be done. This will help talent flow to where it is needed most, and it will protect workers' dignity. My sixth point is the social dimension. Because our single market is not just about companies, it's about workers, it's about people. If you look at Jacques Delors, he used to say that the social dimension is the precondition and the goal of the single market. And yes, this is still true today. It is the precondition for moving forward, and the social dimension is the goal of everything we are doing. This is why 2 weeks ago we adopted our first ever anti-poverty strategy. It is to raise more people into the middle class and avoid backsliding. We will consult social partners on a new initiative to support people into work. And this initiative will have a strong focus on enabling parents to go back to work, especially single parents. Parents need jobs, but you all know that to take the job with children, they need good childcare for their children. We are already supporting this through the European Social Fund and the Cohesion Funds. Let me give you an example. We are investing 1.3 billion euro in Poland for new childcare places, and we can enhance support under the next MFF. It's the most effective tool. For parents, a job is earning their own income and taking pride in their own skills. For the children, it is education through childcare, and it means inclusion. Children need other children. So jobs and education are the best possible poverty prevention. So please, let's lean in, and it is worth it. And when we talk about jobs, we must always talk about quality jobs. Quality jobs build the skilled workforce we are so famous for and we need to compete globally. And they create a virtuous circle of greater productivity and better salaries. This is why we're working with social partners on the specifics of the future Quality Jobs Act. Quality jobs are good for workers, they are good for business, they are good for Europe, and they must be at the heart of a stronger single market. Honourable members, the single market is one of Europe's great success stories. But success is not something we inherit from previous generations. Success requires constant work, vision, and political will. And today, the political will is finally there with the One Europe, One Market roadmap. So let's get it done. I thank you for the attention, and long live Europe.